All right, projectors, let's have an honest conversation, shall we? Because the internet, oh my God, the internet is filled with watered down advice all about how your aura works and how you're supposed to just wait for the invitation. How much do you hate that, by the way? Wait for the invitation, like you're supposed to sit back and everything's going to come to you, can feel really infuriating as a projector. And I don't want that for you. I want you magnetizing because you are incredibly magnetic, like insanely magnetic to opportunities and invitations when you're working with your aura and not against it. If we haven't met, I am Rachel and I teach soul-led entrepreneurs the art and science of messaging that actually feels like you using human design and AI. Inside of my messaging program called the Magnetic Messaging Club, I help you align your message with your design so that your aura does the selling for you. Can I get an amen? And in this video, it's going to show you exactly what it means to be a projector. So let's dive in. Projector aura. Okay, so I want you to think of your aura like a flashlight. Maybe you've heard this before, maybe not. But in a dark room, a flashlight, you don't want to be going every direction, searching. You don't want to be scattered and crazy and thinking you can help everyone and everything. And no, you are very much designed with a specific focus in mind. And when you can do that, when you're focused on exactly what you're meant to do, that's when your energy channels to that one thing, okay? Visibility for projectors doesn't come from shining the light everywhere or even on yourself. It comes from shining it in that one direction that you are meant to shine. It's the one thing that you know you are meant to help with. Maybe you can help with lots of things, but it is one thing that you're like, this is it. This is what I see so often with people. And it is the linchpin. It's the thing that they're not looking at, that they have no idea is the thing that is causing all of their pain and discomfort. And I know how to fix it. That is the energy, right, in your business as a projector. So when you articulate what you see with clarity, and here's the thing, clarity is going to come from you truly seeing yourself first and foremost, but then going, okay, I know exactly how I want to help people. I know exactly what is the issue. That's when people feel profoundly seen by you. And you can use their client language, you can understand them really well, like you know the intricacies of them, and that's what makes them feel so seen and heard by you, is because you understand them in such a profound way that they've never heard before or felt before in anyone else, and you do. That's what makes them go, oh my gosh, you are different. You get me. Because you're listening, because you're pausing, because you're not trying to talk at them, but you're actually holding space for them. That's what I feel like every projector I've ever met does, is they don't try and come at you. They actually hold the space and they reflect back what they're seeing. I hear you saying XYZ. So I want to tell you a little story about a member of the club, because she's a projector and I had a conversation with her today. And so in her business, she has a couple different arms to her business. And the one arm that she came to me with really wanting to grow in her business is the stagnant arm, versus once we really got into her aura, really got into her messaging, into how she wants to show up, what she wants to do, this other arm of her business suddenly took off, all without doing anything. Invitations, recognition, money, all of it started to just feel like momentum and play and excitement, right? And she's also in that, holding that, right? Feeling really excited about this, but she's like, but that, I wanted that over here, right? And when you can understand that the reason that this over here, this arm isn't working, is because she was so focused on it. So like, how do I make it grow? How do I get seen? How do I explain to people what I do, right? And I'm going to get into this, but that's actually what blocks the energy. And the arm over here, she was like just open and like having conversations with people, being herself, sharing what she knows. And the invitations, the recognition, all of it came because it was light, because it was playful, because she wasn't putting pressure on it to be something, right? That's the difference between the two. You can see it so clearly. And yet I can tell you she's still frustrated. She's still frustrated that, wait, I see it. I see what I'm doing here, but this is the side I want. Like, I can so relate to that. And I'm sure even non-projectors can relate to that because I'm a mini gen and I relate to that, to feeling like, no, this is the thing I want to grow. I need to put pressure on it and I need to make it work somehow. You don't. You don't. You simply have to understand how your aura is working and take the pressure off, get back more into play and fun. Okay. So specifically though, what are some things and ways that projectors hold themselves back from clients, money, momentum, all the things? And one of the ways I see all the time is proving. You're trying to prove your value by over-explaining, overachieving, over-giving to your clients, giving them everything but the kitchen sink when that's coming from that proving energy. Let me show you how much I can help you instead of being like, I know I can help you. Are you ready? You don't want the people in your circles, in your offers, that you have to prove anything to. You don't want to have to prove that your work is enough. It already is. It's phenomenal, by the way. You're amazing at what you do. You don't want to have to prove that. So why are you over-explaining, over-giving, all of that in your messaging? It's attracting the wrong people. We're misusing your mind as well. Like, you think you need to know all the answers before speaking, or you think you have to have all of it lined up, and it's actually your wisdom that needs to emerge. So when you speak from this pressure of, okay, I have to figure this out, versus I know the answer. I know it'll come. I know it will come through when it's ready. That's the energy that's going to attract someone that's like, oh my gosh, you just blew my mind right now. Versus that pressure of, okay, what do I need to say? I know I have something to say, getting all tied up in that. Okay. And you're overworking. You're overworking. Oh my gosh, my love. You are not a generator. You're not a mini gen. I promise you, you can chill out. You can rest. I had another client that is a projector. She was feeling really frustrated. Invoices weren't coming in. She was like, I'm just going to go take a nap. She went and took a nap and woke up to someone paying their invoice. You get to rest. There are cycles in your aura, in your system, and you get to rest, and then you get to go and create, and then you get to rest. You don't have to continuously do and do and do and do. It is doing yourself a disservice to think that you need to. You don't. Find a way that you can rest, because that is just as productive as doing. Some people may not be, but don't dilute what you're saying. Don't downplay the work that you do to make someone else feel comfortable. You get to show up and like poke and prod in a loving way, and that you're going to attract the people that are ready for that, right? And repel the people that are like, nope, I'm not ready for that. And the last thing that it does that blocks your aura is forgetting the bitterness. You're forgetting that bitterness is actually your signpost. It's feedback. It's not a failure. Your aura is saying you're out of alignment. Beep, 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 beep. Go back. Don't pass go. It is feedback. So don't judge it. Listen to it. Use it as the truth and the guide that it is. Okay. So how do we actually align as a projector? Alignment, I want to say, first starts in your body. When you're exhausted, forcing, trying to keep up, that's when the aura collapses. Okay. Rest is not optional for projectors. It is the business strategy. You build it into your business. Resting is not optional. Okay. Do it. Do it well. Don't feel guilty about it. Rest when your body says, I need a break. Number 2 is you're not meant to lead with your content per se. You're meant to lead with this like, holy crap, you see me. I don't want you creating content just to create content, right? It goes back to this whole consistency thing. Like, you don't have to be consistent in the way that we're taught. It's more about trusting your energy to be consistent in your energy. No matter what you're posting, it has you in it, stamped all over it. And you are poignant and like potent in what you're saying and sharing with people. You're going to also align your visibility with your energy. So again, back to the strategy of rest and work. You're going to create when you're jazzed up and fired up and like you have something to say and you're invited to share, and then you're going to rest. You can create in that momentum and schedule it out if that feels right for you, but you don't have to force yourself when the energy is low to come up with something. That's the biggest thing I want you to take away from this is that if you're creating from that lull, from that like, oh shit, I need to go post something, you might as well not even post because it's not going to get seen. No one's going to care. Like the energy isn't there. Okay. All right. So how do we use this all in our messaging? I want you first and foremost to speak from observation, not explanation. So you don't have to go out and teach and tell all the things and give all the information away for free. It is more about sharing what people need to know in order to feel, yes, you get me, I'm all in. So it's more creating that curiosity, repeating back to them, hey, I hear you saying XYZ, or a lot of my clients really struggle with this. Do you struggle with this? Do you want the answer? Do you want the solution? Asking those questions opens the energetic door to your guidance to what you have to say. And that's a really easy way, honestly, for projectors to open that invitation and get more invitations coming through is because you're actually saying, hey, I have a solution. Do you want it? Being confident, making sure that you're not seeking validation in that, but you're like, guys, I have a way to solve XYZ, come over here if you're interested. That's powerful as a projector. You're going to create a little bit of space in your words as well. Like, don't, again, feel like you have to speed through things. Pause, let people digest what you're saying. Make them almost like sit on the edge of their chair going, wait, what is she going to say next? Right? That curiosity really keep us like enthralled. Projectors, I feel like, are really good storytellers that in the pause, you don't have to say anything and your people are like, wait, tell me more. Come back, tell me more. My husband's really good at this and he doesn't even know it. And he's a projector. He pauses and I'm like, wait, no, tell me more. Don't stop there. Tell me more. And embrace the depth of your work too. Like, it's okay to really hone in on one specific thing and go deep. I am the 1648 channel. I love depth. I love getting at all the nuances. Your offers can have all of those nuances. It can have all the things that you want in it. I don't know if there's a word for that. I need to make one up. So projectors, you don't need to be seen more. What I want you doing is finding the validation in yourself, going, I am amazing. People are crazy not to work with me. And then going out and sharing when your body is saying, yes, ooh, we have something we need to share with you, making that invitation out. That's kind of the sequence that we're working with, right? Feeling into the joy and the play and waiting for those invitations when this is something I didn't mention too. When you are in that waiting for the invitation, it's not about I want you going out and living life, joy and playful, investigating if you're a line one on, learning even deeper about what you do or learning a new tool that's going to support your work. Being in your life while you wait for those invitations, I can guarantee you they will come. And they will probably flood in. But if you're sitting here going, where's the invitation? Why is no one asking me? I'm trying to force the business. She was trying to force the business. You're not going to get the invitations and it's going to feel really frustrating and bitter. Okay. I hope this was helpful. If you would like to learn more and go deeper into how to use human design and AI in your messaging, the link to the club is below, as well as I have a report that uses AI now as well down below if you want just like a taste of what this work is. Super excited. We have one more reflectors are next week, and they are the 1% of the world. So I'm excited to dive in and really help reflectors understand their energy because there's not a lot of information about reflectors out there. So I hope you have a great week, my friends.